Alright, if you're asked to solve a quadratic by completing the square, you have to go through a bit of a process to do this. Let's say you have a quadratic that is x squared minus 2x minus 24 equals 0. In order to complete the square, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get the x squared and the x on the same side by itself. And the way that you're going to do that is whatever the c value is, you're just going to knock it over there. So it was negative 24. How do you get a negative 24 to the other side? Well, you add 24, so you now have that set equal to 24. In order to complete the square, you're going to take the b, divide it by 2, and then square it. So whatever the b value is, in this case the b is negative 2, you're going to do negative 2 divided by 2 and square it. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. So in order to complete the square here, I'm going to add positive 1 here. I now have a perfect square trinomial on this side, which you can factor down to x minus 1 squared. And don't forget, anything you add to the left side, you have to add to the right. If you don't add it to the right, you are going to change the value of the equation, which is a no-no. So this is kind of the first step of completing the square. We completed the perfect square on the left, we added that value to the right, and now it's kind of like solving by roots. You square root each side, you're going to get x minus 1 equals plus or minus 5. And just like when you were solving with roots, since you're square rooting a side that has a variable, the other side has to be both the positive and negative root. So from here, you're going to set up two equations. X minus 1 equals 5, and x minus 1 equals negative 5. Kind of like zero product property, sort of. You're really just solving for x after you set up these two equations. So 5 plus 1 is 6, and negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. So there you are, an example of solving by completing the square. This is a simple one. There's no a value. It works out nicely because once you add that plus 1 to each side, you get a perfect square on the right side. So this one works out pretty nice and even. Yeah, good.